Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of The Corner Store. It's your boy Gerald Cadet, and it's the 50th episode, guys. We have made it to the 50th episode. I thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys for tuning in every chance you guys get. I thank you guys for all that. Now we're going up. Now we're going up. We're progressing up, but now we're going straight for the moon. We're going straight for the moon, just like Pop Smoke said. What's it called? We reach for the stars, go for the moon.
Aim for the stars.
Yeah. The first 50 was aiming for the stars. Now we're reaching for the moon now. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about the AFC. The NFL is coming back. Talking about the AFC first, then the NFC, and then we're going to do the week one stuff. And I said, yeah, we're going to do the week one stuff because I have a special guest today. He's my brother, Andrew Cadet. Andrew, welcome to, I guess, the couch, the corner store couch.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling, Andrew?
I don't know, man. 50th episode. So happy for my guy, man. Shoot, let's get it started.
All right, let's get it started. Let's get it started. So, the AFC, there has been a lot of stories going on, especially with all the COVID, the whole COVID situation and whatnot. But I've been talking about that throughout, for the last 3-4 months, and now it's time to talk about football. I made sure to basically not talk about football on purpose for these next couple episodes, you should say. And now it's time to talk about football. So the biggest I guess story to happen this season in the AFC is the breakup of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady for the New England Patriots. For the first time since 1999, well, the first time since 2000, I should say. The first time since 2000, 2001, first time since 1999. Tom Brady is not the starting quarterback for the Patriots, nor is he on the Patriots roster. The person who replaced him is someone we would have never thought would replace Tom Brady. First of all, we would have never thought that he was going to leave his team, the team that he built, the team that he for the past decade put on his back in Cam Newton. But Cam Newton, yes, is the starter, named the starter. A lot of good things coming out of New England for Cam Newton. We have Bill Belichick having a bunch of praise for him, saying that he's one of the hardest workers he's ever seen. You have players like the McCourty twins having high praise for him. Julian Edelman, Mohamed Sanu, even though he's not on the team anymore, had high praise for him. So, Andrew, how do you think Cam Newton will fare in New England?
I think he's gonna do real good, because I feel like this is the happiest Bill Belichick has been, because I've never seen Bill Belichick in a Subway commercial. I've never seen him in a Subway commercial. You have to be like ecstatic about your season. Even though I still, we'll talk about that later, but I just feel like Cam is gonna bring a lot of stuff that the Patriots couldn't run with Tom Brady.
That's funny you say that, because Cam in his interview, he talked about that with Todd Gurley, Odell, and Victor Cruz. He said that he's going up to what's his name, Josh McDaniels, being like, "Hey man, you could call some things that you ain't called before. You can call some things you ain't called before." That's what he said.
A dual threat just brings a different flair to your offense.
Yeah, I already know how you are with dual threats and stuff. Me, I it's election time and stuff. I guess in the sports world you could call me conservative, because I still like my quarterback to stay in the pocket and dime him up. That's just me.
That stuff. That's like 2009 and on. That's 2009 and on. This is 2020, man. Lamar Jackson just won an MVP. Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he's a pocket quarterback. Patrick Mahomes.
Didn't he run the first touchdown in?
Oh my god, he's a pocket quarterback, bro.
He ran the first touchdown in.
He's a pocket quarterback.
He Patrick Mahomes' legs basically brought them.
Oh, because of the Titans game?
In both games.
Oh man. He's just a little elusive. He's a little elusive.
And And Russell Wilson won the Super Bowl in the 2010s too. He's a
Yeah, but
he's a mobile quarterback.
Okay, yeah, but you can't win a Super Bowl. I'm still a firm believer you can't win a Super Bowl with a running quarterback.
All right,
A mobile, agile quarterback, you can win a Super Bowl. Because John Elway, he was an agile quarterback, but he had to stay in the pocket. If it wasn't for him staying in the pocket in his later years, he probably would have never won a Super Bowl. That's just me. That's just how I be feeling.
There's gonna be more stuff that's gonna come out. That's gonna come out later on in this episode.
This is foreshadowing. Okay. So next, going along with the Patriots. Now, basically, what the strength of the Patriots was last year was the fact that they were able to be dominant on defense. And when I say dominant, I want to say they were dominant on defense for, let's say, the first 7 weeks, because once they played the Baltimore Ravens, that dominance for me felt like
through the window.
Yeah, so it started going down. So the Patriots defensively, they have a lot of key pieces that they are missing this year. They're missing from the COVID-19 opt-outs. They're missing Patrick Chung and Dante Hightower. Patrick Chung, a great nickel corner. Also, he could play safety. That's a big loss for the back end. Dante Hightower, the quarterback of the defense in his middle linebacker position, he's gone. And then you have people who left because due to free agency. Kyle Van Noy is with the Dolphins, and Danny Shelton, he's with the Detroit Lions. Danny Shelton, a boulder down low for run purposes. So every time, one of the reasons why the Patriots were top 5 in rushing defense was because of Danny Shelton. You have Kyle Van Noy. He was their best pass rusher. You always have to have a game plan surrounding Kyle Van Noy.
Mm-hmm.
So Andrew, once again, how do you think about what's going on with the defense? How do you think the defense is going to fare in 2020?
I feel like the defense is obviously not going to be that good.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're missing all those key pieces. Like, it's just, unless, like, even though Bill Belichick, he is a defensive coach.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, maybe he can find a way to work around it, but I don't think that defense is top 5.
Well, I do want to say this about Bill Belichick. Let's be honest with him. Let's be honest right now. Last year speaking, who did we really know on the defense?
I mean,
who did we really know? Now people are starting to talk about what's his name, Gilmore, like he's always been a shutdown corner. But we weren't really talking about Gilmore until last year.
Yeah, that is true.
The McCourty brothers probably had the most clout out of everybody on the defense because but they've been there for such a long. Well, I think Devin's been there for such a long time.
Yeah. I just feel like the Patriots losing Kyle Van Noy is like a big deal because like you can't really be a dominant defense without a good pass rusher.
That's true.
You can't be like, I was watching like some videos and they're saying like, oh, the Patriots defense is more focused around getting shut down corners, getting a good back end than their front 7.
Yeah,
but I feel like that's not true because you have all those monsters coming at the quarterback. You can't let the quarterback just sit in a pocket for 5 seconds.
That's true. That's true too. But I feel like what Bill Belichick does is more. It's a scheme thing. So he doesn't have to worry a lot about the secondary because he knows that he has guys in the secondary that can shut down players. Mm-hmm. So like he focuses his attention on, okay, we gotta stop the run. So that's why he needs someone like a Danny Shelton, or even before Danny Shelton you had Vince Wilfork, and then he's like, okay, I need one pass rusher. Like he doesn't need a lot of pass rusher. He just said I need one. He needs this is probably blasphemous of saying, but he needs his Lawrence Taylor, his version of the Lawrence Taylor, his New England Patriot Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, I understand that.
Because now the 2 decades before, so like during the 2000s, he had pass rushers in Willie McGinnis, Richard Seymour. You had Junior Seau from the linebacker position. But this past year, he had I feel like he had better pass rushers when he had Chandler Jones. He had Eric Flowers. What's his name? What's his name? I can't think of his name no more. But Trey Flowers. Had Trey Flowers, and then now you had Kyle Van Noy. I think there's someone there. There's someone out there that he has that's gonna be the next Trey Flowers. I keep saying Eric. Kyle Van Noy or Chandler Jones. We're gonna find out.
I mean, we'll see. But like Von Miller wasn't a top pick when he came out.
What do you mean? Von Miller was the second pick. It's the second overall pick.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
He's the second overall pick.
Cut that out.
Yeah. But okay. Let's just focus on the first quarter of the NFL season for the Patriots. So the Patriots right now. This Sunday, the Patriots will be facing Miami. That's the first game. A lot of people think that that's basically a giveaway game, like
It's not.
It's not like that.
It's not.
For first of all, a lot of players on the Miami Dolphins. Plus, the head coach is a former assistant of the Patriots and Brian Flores. And a lot of players are from the Bill Belichick system.
Yeah.
So that's not a giveaway game.
It's not.
And then also you got to remember, this is the first time players are going against other people besides their own teammates. So now things are live. Like now quarterbacks could get sacked. Now it's more like, okay, don't hurt your teammates. Now players are gonna want to hurt their teammates just for the game. I'm not saying there's players out there being malice or whatnot, but players want they want to put a hurting on people now. So you have all that. That's for all 32 teams, but the New England in particular, a lot of things. New England's a new team. So a lot of things are going to take time, and the reason why I pointed out the first quarter, the first month of the season, is because the first month, I don't want to say could kill you per se, because I'm still a firm believer that you coast from September, October, and then at Thanksgiving time, that's when you turn it up.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Why not?
No, I think the first month you can coast. Mm-hmm. But when it comes October, the best teams dominate in October.
I disagree. I feel like the best teams dominate late November, December.
You want to be that number one seed.
That's true, and the number one seed this year is very important now.
Yeah, it is.
So, but I just feel like if you could go, okay, so say October, September you go 2-2. Mm-hmm. October you go 3-1. The first 2 weeks, because you have a bye in there, so the first 2 weeks of November you go 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what 5.
Well, 5-3.
That's 6-3, 6-4.
Mm-hmm. So
then now the next 5 weeks you just start going off. Nah. You finish the season 12-4.
No, you gotta try to be undefeated. You gotta go undefeated. You gotta play hard. You gotta play hard until the Super Bowl.
No, I don't know about undefeated. I don't know about undefeated.
You gotta.
But let's just focus on the quarter, the first month. So we just talked about Miami. They played Miami. Next, they have to go to Seattle and play a very good. I feel like Super Bowl contender.
They're not going to win that game.
Hey, I've seen things happen in the NFL. So
they're not going to win that game.
I don't want to count them out. I'm not going to count them out. But it's a tough game for them. Mm-hmm. After that, they come back home, play. Oh damn! I have as Oakland Raiders, but now they're the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, they play the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
that's another, it's not a gimme, it's not a gimme.
It's not a gimme game. I feel like the Raiders are gonna be a big team this year.
The Raiders will not be an easy out. It'll be like the Cardinals. The Cardinals never easy out last year.
Yeah.
And then last, this is the game that even in my head I think they kind of don't have a chance. They go to Kansas City and play the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They go to Kansas. If it was in New England, I'll say okay, maybe they have a chance. But they're going to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think me right now, first month of the season, I have the Patriots going. I'll say 2-2. I think they could steal a game
same
in Seattle. I like the stealing is 3-1, but I don't see them going 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, 2-2, like how you said, but I feel like those two games that I feel like they're gonna lose, they're gonna at least lose by a lot, like 14 points.
14?
Yeah, they're at least gonna lose by 2 touchdowns.
Oh no,
because I like me, I don't see how like the Patriots are gonna like score on the Seahawks, because the Seahawks, they just added Jamal Adams. They got some good corners. The only thing that they really don't have is like an elite pass rusher to like complete the defense, because they have Bobby Wagner.
That's true.
They have CJ, right?
But one thing I know especially from Bill Belichick, is the best thing you do, he's gonna stop it. He's gonna stop it. So he's gonna make Seattle one dimensional, which is what the best thing Seattle does is run the ball. So making Seattle one dimensional.
But this is DK Metcalf in his second year.
But
you seen what he did in the playoffs to the Eagles.
That's the Eagles, bro.
No. You see what he did in the playoffs to the Eagles.
The Patriots are the defensive player of the year right now.
So?
The reigning defensive player of the year.
Don't act like they don't got Tyler Lockett too.
That's what who's the guy they're high on, J.C. Jackson. That's what they have, J.C. Jackson.
Man, they can be high on them, but he can be trash too. Like how they're high on Jared Stidham.
That's a good point.
And then they go get Cam.
That's a good point. So okay, so the final question for you, Andrew. What's the Patriots record at the end of the season?
The Patriots record at the end of the season, man. Ooh, it's tough. I feel like the safe bet is 7-9.
7-9. So no playoffs for Patriots?
No playoffs.
I have the Patriots going 12-4.
12-4.
12-4.
You think they're gonna be a top seed?
They'll be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Oh my God.
You heard it here on the corner store. The New England Patriots will be the number 1 seed in the AFC this season. At the end of the season, they'll be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
I'll say the max record, like the best they can be, is a 9-17.
Wow, that's damn. And so you're basically telling me that the Patriots trying to get Trevor Lawrence? The rumors are true?
We'll see.
Okay.
I don't think Trevor Lawrence is the best quarterback though.
Yeah. He thinks Justin Fields is the best quarterback, but that's
the best quarterback.
That's a story for another day.
Number one coming out of high school.
Remember that. That's a story for another day. But
his jersey number.
Let's talk about the Patriots are gonna play in week 4. Let's talk about the defending champs. It's only right to talk about the defending champs. Let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs start their back-to-back run. Their defense. They start their championship defense
on
Thursday, September 10th, going up against the Houston Texans. They signed Patrick Mahomes 10 years. Signed Kelsey. Extended Andy Reid, the GM. Signed Tyreek Hill last year. They have young players in McCole Hardman. They signed DeMarcus Robinson. They signed Sammy Watkins. They signed Tyrann Matthew. Signed Chris Jones. Are we looking at the next dynasty of the NFL?
Possibly, but you see, like, there's a lot of stuff I want to say now, but I'm trying to save them. But I don't feel like they're gonna go back to back because going back to back is very hard, especially in football. It is very hard going back to back. Like, I don't think Patrick Mahomes is gonna do a LeBron James, you know. Or Mike. I don't think. I don't like. Even though I feel like Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, I don't see that defense bringing them back to back. Even though, like what you like to say, they're like the Warriors. Their offense plays their defense.
The reason why, and then me, you guys been watching the show for what the past 10 months. I know you guys remember every game from the divisional round to the championship to the Super Bowl. I had the Chiefs losing.
Yep.
Because I was under the mindset that the Chiefs, their defense is not that good, and I still don't believe their defense was ever that good. They had just one pass rusher in Chris Jones. Mm-hmm. They had their best defensive back was Tyrann Mathieu, mm-hmm. He's not really that good in coverage. Like when I say coverage, like man-to-man coverage, yeah. Not really that good. And those guys were last or bottom in rushing. Mm-hmm. The Texans beat them earlier in the season by doing what? Running the football, taking away the ball from Mahomes. Yeah. The Titans, a little different story. The Titans had a couple of breaks in their game, but they had the big run from Derrick Henry. They were set to just run the ball. Use Derrick Henry to run the ball. Yeah. Those guys were giving up 5 yards a pop, especially for Derrick Henry.
I feel like the reason why the Titans lost is because they were trying to do
the Chiefs
the least expected. Like you like because in that game they're running a lot of play action. Mm-hmm. So like,
but they do run a lot of play action.
Yeah, they do, mm-hmm. But like they're doing more than usual.
Yeah, that's true.
More than usual.
That's true. But I feel like and then to go to the 49ers. The 49ers once again. What was his name? Kyle Shanahan dropped. He fumbled the bag. Low key this time he just dropped it. He running. Those guys are number 2 in the league in rushing. Yeah, number 2 in the league in rushing, and then in the late third quarter, going into the fourth, you have a 10-point lead, and then you try to throw the ball. You try to make Jimmy Garoppolo the hero. That's basically what it was. Try to make Jimmy Garoppolo the hero. The same reason why Russell Wilson threw the ball at Super Bowl 49, mm-hmm. Same thing. The Kansas City Chiefs are the Golden State Warriors of the NFL.
I feel like that Super Bowl is different though than that one, just because you're up 10 early in the fourth quarter, trying to go up 17.
But you kept getting 5 yards a pop.
I mean,
their last run to I believe it was Mostert that ran the ball. Mm-hmm. They did like a reverse, the fake reverse handoff counter type of play, mm-hmm. 5 yards, and that was the last time I seen them run the ball. I mean, I could be wrong, but
you can't just be a one-trick pony.
Yeah, but it sometimes it's all right that the defense knows what you're gonna do because the defense still gotta stop it.
That's true, but I just feel like just like them trying to like put them out, seal the deal, nail in the coffin. It was like the best thing they could have done.
But I think this is what I really think. What I really think is that they are just in the Chiefs. I'm talking about the Chiefs. The Chiefs, for some reason, people get scared of the Chiefs. Like people are like, I have to score this touchdown on this drive. Well, no,
because they're a big play offense. The Chiefs look at the Texans game, 24-0. down 24-0.
But
Came back just like that.
You're right.
And they came back in the first half.
You're right. But
they did all of that stuff in the first half.
Sometimes if you are, well, what's the word I'm looking for? If okay, you get a bomb hit at you. You get like a spark, hit at you.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to calm down. You gotta be like, okay, let me just let me basically. Sorry guys, I'm doing a draft right now, so I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm doing a draft right now, but basically, I'm trying to say that you get hit, right? You get punched. You get a nice haymaker. You drop down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The referee comes to you, says, "Are you all right?" You shake the cobwebs out, and he's like, "Okay, you're good," but you keep going to your game plan. What the Texans, the Titans, and the 49ers didn't do was keep going, sticking to their game plan. That's what they didn't do. What they did was like, okay, Mahomes and the boys freaking just got a touchdown in like 2 minutes. We need to get another touchdown. No, keep running the ball. That's all you gotta do. Keep running the ball. But it's the same thing with the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why now in the NBA everybody's shooting threes left and right, bad shots by the way. Freaking you get out,
low percentage shots.
You pass half court, you throw it up. It's because everybody's trying to be what the Warriors used to be. Because remember what I used to always say. It's in NBA we have what's called the run.
Mm-hmm.
They go on a 10-5 run. When it comes to the Warriors, I call it the avalanche because the Warriors you're up by 9. Next thing you know, you're down by 20.
Yep.
That's the same thing with the Chiefs. The Chiefs cause that pressure on teams.
Yeah. And
to be honest,
that's just what it comes when you're the best quarterback in the league.
Oh my gosh, Russell Wilson's the best quarterback in the league. We can go
not.
there. Let's say that for another day. Let's say that for another day. But do I think the Chiefs are going to be a dynasty? I don't think so. It goes back to your point. It's hard. It's hard to win back-to-back in the NFL. Yeah. First of all, the Patriots were the closest to do it this decade. Well, the Patriots and the Seahawks, but the Patriots more recently. They had a chance to win 3 straight.
Yeah.
They won 51, right? They won 51, lost 52, won 53.
Yep.
And they lost 52 by freaking, 8 points, something like that?
8, 9, 10
yeah,
points.
So it's hard, but the way the Chiefs have it set up, I won't be surprised if they win. If they probably don't win this year, but maybe they win the next 2 years.
I mean, I'm not going to say, I don't see a team going back-to-back in a very long time. Yeah. No, the last team to even, the Patriots are the last team to make it 3 straight. Mm-hmm. But making it consecutively is hard. It's hard. Because there is a lot of upcoming teams.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that soon. Okay, so both of us we don't see the dynasty per se, but
we see championships.
We can see maybe a championship, let's say 2 years from now, and then a championship maybe 2025, maybe 2025. Maybe
2023.
Yeah, you basically saying that you're gonna be a dynasty.
No, that's not true. 2021, and then so they're gonna lose 2 years in a row, and then they win the 3rd year. That's not a dynasty.
So basically, thinking about losing 2 years in a row, right? Mm-hmm. Who do you think could beat the Chiefs?
The Ravens.
The Ravens. I don't say the Ravens.
The Ravens.
Why the Ravens?
The Ravens. Look at the past 2 years, right? Mm-hmm. Lamar Jackson's rookie year and his second year. Mm-hmm. All of those games were close. That's true. They're just probably 1 possession away from winning that game. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Lamar Jackson is gonna win the Super Bowl. He's gonna win the Super Bowl. You think in those gaps is gonna be Lamar Jackson that wins the Super Bowl? No. But you think eventually he wins one? Yeah, I think he's winning one this year. I think he's winning one this year.
This year.
This is the Ravens' year.
Wow.
This is the Ravens' year right now.
Wow. So you have the Ravens. You already saying it here on the corner store that the Ravens win this year.
And hold on, let me tell you guys about my history. All right. Last year, literally minutes after the Chiefs lost, I said the Chiefs next year are gonna win the Super Bowl. And what happened?
He lost money in that game, so he's just a little distraught.
Nope.
He's just a little distraught.
I earned money in the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. So for me, the two teams I think who could beat the Chiefs, I hope nobody heard that, are the Titans, because the Titans themselves, the video is gonna be out pretty soon, within the next day or two. I'm just gonna let you guys know it's about the Titans. I'm not gonna tell you guys what about the Titans it is, but just know it's about the Titans. So I've been watching the Titans for a long time. I've been studying the Titans.
I know.
The Titans have freaks on their team. Same way the Chiefs have Tyreek Hill, McCole Hardman, Travis Kelce. The Titans have Jonnu Smith, Corey Davis, AJ Brown, and King Henry. That's something the Chiefs don't have. Yeah. Maybe, what's his name? Clyde Edwards. Maybe he could be a bell cow. You never know. He could be a can't think of his name right now off the top of my head. Maurice Jones-Drew. Maybe, but that still remains to be seen. But with Tannehill, and let's be honest, guys. Tannehill as a winner, just straight winner. He left Miami with a 500 record. Yeah. Left Miami with a 500 record. The Titans, when he was named the starter, the Titans were about, I think the record is about 3-5, 2-5. Brought them to the AFC Championship. So Tannehill's a winner. Now he has weapons. He has AJ Brown, Jonnu Smith, Corey Davis, has Derrick Henry in the backfield. Offensively, they're prime. Defensively, they have Jeffrey Simmons Jr. They have Jones, number 90. I can't think of his first name. They have Byron in the back. They have Adoree Jackson, which is a guy. He's not a great corner per se, but you need someone to match up to Tyreek Hill's speed. Yeah, and I think he's probably the fastest corner in the game per se. You have in the middle you have the Brown, you have Rashard Evans. And then now with the signing Jadeveon Clowney, they had the one thing they were missing last year, they have it now, a pass rusher. Now they have two pass rushers because towards the end of the season, Harold Landry III was becoming to become the pass rusher that they drafted him to be. Yeah. So now you have Clowney, Landry. So if they keep that crew together, the Titans can make some noise. Do I believe in Titans make that noise? No, I don't. But safe to say, I do think that they will be. They have a great chance of being the Chiefs' nemesis. Another team.
I just feel like the Titans. You can't win with an average quarterback.
Oh man.
Ryan Tannehill
I believe in Ryan. I believe in Ryan.
He's an average quarterback.
He is an average quarterback, but
he's a very average quarterback.
He is an average quarterback. I'll say that he is an average quarterback. But
the Chiefs couldn't win with Alex Smith, and they had the same team, basically.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point you said. I can't say that. The only thing I can say is. The other team, I believe, which will give, and then when I say give them problems or attack them and stuff. This is for dynasty purposes. So, will they win X amount of Super Bowls in these 10 years? The other team that I think will be formidable to the Chiefs is in their own backyard. and that team is the Denver Broncos.
Yep.
Offensively, you got the Denver Broncos. Offensively, Denver Broncos. Drew Lock.
Yeah.
He's showing promise. You have Cortland Sutton, a big body receiver who's a really great good route runner. You have Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy from where's he from? Alabama. You have Philip Lindsay still there. They put in Melvin Gordon, which is I still think that's a weird dynamic because you had Philip Lindsay, Royce Freeman, and another guy I can't think of his name. But and defensively, I think this year they have top 5 defense. The Broncos do. I know soon Von Miller will leave. He's going to retire.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have Nick Chubb. Mm-hmm. Not Nick Chubb, Bradley Chubb. You have Bradley Chubb.
Coming off injury.
Did you know he tore his ACL before?
Yeah.
So like I didn't know. So like now like
he tore his ACL like on the same day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like now he's like used to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was saying, the defense they lost Chris Harris Jr. but they got AJ Boyer. They have pieces there. They have Justin Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
They have pieces there, and then they're gonna keep adding pieces through the draft and maybe free agency. So I see the Denver Broncos within the division will be the closest team towards the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm gonna say this for a little later, but I believe all 4 teams. The Raiders are a little different. The Raiders have a little different circumstances, but I believe all 4 teams are able to compete will be able to compete with the Chiefs. But maybe the Chiefs are the top dogs, the superior of the 4. But
mm-hmm.
I feel like all 3.
Like the Patriots in like 2009, I guess.
Yeah.
I wasn't really watching football back then, but I don't think the Bills were even really that.
Nah, so I guess I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far because the Patriots like in 2009 or whatnot, the Jets were I guess the upcoming team, but the Jets, I know for me, and I'm not hating, I'm being objective. You never thought the Jets would be as good as the Patriots.
That's true.
You know, you never thought the Jets would be as good as the Patriots. So, you were talking about the Ravens.
Yep.
We had to dive in a little bit more, a little deeper on the Ravens. How far will they go this season? You said the Super Bowl. You said they'll be the winners of the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl champs.
So there's a couple things that happened throughout the off season that has me concerned and has me like, okay, I gotta pause. I gotta think about the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
This was last week, I believe. They had a story said that Lamar Jackson's gonna stay inside the pocket. Lamar Jackson stay inside the pocket. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, he's obviously not gonna stay inside the pocket. I feel like that's just like mind games they're trying to play.
Okay.
I mean, he could. We've seen him.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him stay inside the pocket now. Last year, he could.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
He could stay in the pocket. He can do it all. You know, dual threat.
Okay, so then another thing that's a little scary. There's 5 running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, and they have another guy I believe they picked up in the draft maybe.
I don't know.
But okay, so 4 to 5 running backs.
I'm not gonna say. I'll say they have 3.
3 was a lot last year with Ingram, Gus Edwards, and Lamar Jackson.
No.
Lamar
Jackson's not a running back. He's a quarterback. Don't say that.
Oh,
don't
say
he
that.
He rushed for 1,000 yards.
He rushed for 1,000
He's
yards.
a quarterback. That thing's gonna go down though. I'll say it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down for like at least 800.
Do you think J.K. Dobbins gets the starting job, and when does he get it?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that he's gonna get the starting job because you can't really have especially at like those type of positions. You're not gonna be on the field like 24/7. You know.
Mm-hmm. But is he the featured guy?
Is he the featured back?
Yeah, is he the featured back?
I feel like he will be.
He will be.
I feel like he will be. Probably not like in the first couple of weeks, but like I feel like he'll have like 2 or 3 games that he'll go off, probably get like 190 something yards, stuff like that. But I feel like I've watched JK closely since his freshman year. I feel like JK is he's on that level with the Zekes. I've watched every single game JK's played, and he's on that level to be like Ezekiel Elliott, and he's a really hard worker. He's a really hard worker. He's not like Zeke.
Now we're gonna sit here and talk about practice right now.
No, because he's been like this since high school now.
Oh my gosh.
So. I think you made me lose my train of thought. But I was just trying to say, like, JK, he's just a good back. He's just a really good back. He'll give you flashes of like the great, and he's like almost up there in rushing at Ohio State.
Ohio State history.
Yeah.
Hey man, I don't know.
Took
Eddie George?
No. Who? He took somebody's job at running back, but I forgot who.
It wasn't Samuel?
Yeah, it was.
It was?
Yeah.
That's why Samuel.
No, not Curtis. Mike Weber.
Oh, Mike Weber.
Kane took his job straight out the back as a freshman.
It happens. But okay. Now, let's talk about. I guess this could be an elephant in the room. The whole Earl Thomas situation. Now, if you guys did not dive deep into the Earl Thomas situation, basically the real reason why Earl Thomas got cut from the Ravens, it wasn't because of the fight per se. The fight was the final straw, but this man was missing meetings. He was uncooperative with teammates and coaches and staff. The story that really sticks out to me, and this was like after I was reading it. This was after I was reading it and whatnot. I was reading this and whatnot. That this man, this is the week that they beat the Seahawks. His former team, the team that he wanted out and all that. He beat the Seahawks. They have the bye. So that first week of the bye, the players can do whatever they want. The coaches say, no, we're not going to practice. We're going to wait till the next week. And then usually practices happen Tuesday and Wednesday. So you have about so you start your bye Monday.
Have like
9 days. This man went on a whole vacation, 8-9 days, still missed a meeting. Me personally, I would have put him on notice. I would have been like, hey Earl. And then, hey Earl, you're on the edge. And then he's been going through a bad 2020. The whole thing with his wife, the whole thing, the fight, of course, Derrick Henry.
I mean, I feel like Earl Thomas is the reason why. He's the monkey on their back. So I feel like they're finally getting rid of that.
I agree with that. I think Earl Thomas.
Because with people like that in your locker room, you're not gonna win.
True.
You're not winning Super Bowls like that.
100% true. Because after hearing all those things about Earl Thomas, it makes me really think. Was he even like what? The reason why the Seahawks didn't want to get him, they didn't want to assign him to a long-term deal. Was that the reason?
Yep.
So now this is my favorite part right here. We're gonna have. You want to make it a minute now? You want to make it a minute?
A minute?
Or you want to make it 30 seconds?
I feel like 30 seconds is good.
30 seconds? Okay, so
I mean, we talk about every team now. I don't got, we're gonna only talk about the teams that matter.
No, it's not gonna be teams that matter. It's just gonna be
what you want to talk.
What you want to talk about the teams? Okay, I'll let you go first. All right. So, all right, first. So right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about each. We're gonna talk about each division in 30 seconds. So basically, technically speaking, it's gonna be for a minute. Because Andrew's gonna have 30 seconds and I'll have 30 seconds, but we're basically gonna be talking about every team. So, well, not every team, every division. I'm sorry. So I guess Andrew's gonna go first. Yeah, it might be. We're gonna pick. We're gonna do the AFC East. So 30 seconds to talk about the AFC East. Andrew, you start right now.
All right, the AFC East. Ain't really much to really talk about. Lamar Jackson. That's
the AFC East.
Oh, wait.
AFC East is the Patriots.
I'm That's the North. That's the second one on the list.
Yeah.
All right, but so the East. I mean, the Bills.
The Bills. You think the Bills are gonna be number?
Bills are gonna be number one. The Bills are gonna be number one. That's really all you gotta say. Because all the other teams,
damn Stephen A. Smith, he's going up for the time. Anyway,
all the other teams are not even really that good. You can have an argument with the Patriots, but the Bills are going to be number one this year.
Man, give me only 10 seconds to talk. Charles Barkley. Okay, so I'm gonna make it clean and simple. The Patriots are still the class. Because the Bills are not ready. I still believe that the Bills are still young. They need one more year to get there. But the Bills right now, the Patriots are the number one team in the league. So, in the East. Next is the AFC North. 30 seconds for you, Andrew. Charles Barkley and Andrew Barkley. 30 seconds.
All right.
So sorry now.
So the North. All right. The North. Lamar Jackson, obviously. Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like any other of those teams are gonna be really even that good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the only other team that can probably give up a fight is the Browns.
Is it?
Yeah. The Browns are the only team that can really put up a fight.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So for me, the AFC North is a little bit more intricate. I believe the Ravens are the class of the AFC North. However, I believe that the Steelers. I don't think Ben Roethlisberger should be. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna disrespect him like that. But Ben Roethlisberger is better than Hodges, Mason Rudolph. He's better than those guys. So if that team was able to make it close to the playoffs, I'm out of time. But if that team was making it close to the playoffs. With those guys, they could have a chance to fight for the division title. The Cleveland Browns are my surprise team. I think the Cleveland Browns, Odell Beckham is going to have a great season, and the Bengals are just rebuilding. So the Bengals are the Bengals. So now the next team, the next division is the AFC West.
Yep.
Now this one's interesting. In the division,
the West. That's the one with
my homeboy.
Yeah. All right. Bet. So the West. I feel like. The Chiefs are obviously going to be the main point, but I feel like the team that's going to shock everybody is going to be the Broncos. The Broncos are the Broncos are going to be a really good team. They have a really good defense. They have great guys on the outside. I'm talking about offense right now. Oh, dang. My bad.
Oh, you could just finish. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna make it short and simple. Every team in that division is trying to become the Kansas City Chiefs. You have fast players on all teams. You have Jerry Jeudy on Detroit, Denver. You have someone like Keenan Allen, even Austin Eckler on the Chargers. You have Henry Ruggs on the Raiders. Every team is trying to match the Chiefs point to point. I think the best one at that is the Denver Broncos. I love the Chargers because of Hard Knocks, because Anthony Lynn is a great coach. The Raiders, I think the Raiders are going to be good offensively, but I don't know about the defense. And the Chiefs are still the class of the division, but I have the Broncos giving them problems. Now next. The last one is the AFC South. I don't think the AFC South does not that much to talk about. That's the Houston. That's Houston's division.
Yeah, I know that. But I feel like there's a lot of stuff to talk about the South because the Jaguars.
Oh, that's big. That's big. The Jaguars.
I don't think the Jaguars are gonna make the playoffs though. But I just feel like.
But do you believe in the tank rumors? The tanking rumors.
I don't think they're gonna tank. I think like in the draft there'll be like a 10th spot. Or like a 10, 12 spot. I feel like that team is going to start off real good, but end bad. And the Texans, they're obviously the class.
All right. Well, actually, I want to talk about the Jaguars a little bit more, but we're going to do it after this. So I think the Titans are, I think the Texans, I'm not a fan of Bill O'Brien, so I think the Titans will overtake the Texans. I still think the Texans make the playoffs, but it's just a two-team race, the Titans and the Texans. I don't think Phil Rivers could really play he's not the old Phil Rivers. So the Colts are stuck with that, but I believe the Colts got Phil Rivers to groom Jacob Eason, and I believe Jacob Eason is going to be the talk of the town next season in Indianapolis. So now let's talk about the Jaguars because I've been on the Gardner Minshew bandwagon. I've been talking about Gardner Minshew. I've been saying that Gardner Minshew is he should be given a fair chance, and I believe Gardner Minshew he's not a great quarterback, but I think he's good enough right now. I believe he's good enough right now to win games for Jaguars, even with that bump squad that they have. I think if you give him a team like 2017, if he was on a team 2017, I believe the Jaguars make the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I believe the Jaguars make the Super Bowl if he's on that team 2017. However,
and he's in his second year now.
Exactly.
That's big.
Exactly.
I feel like people don't really understand how like a year or two can do for a player that gives you like 2 years you're in the system. That gives you confidence. That gives you the macho of like I can come out here and just do everybody dirty. Like, cause last year you seen what he did. He was going crazy. He was going crazy now.
The only problem with him, I say, the only problem he has is that he doesn't know when to say next play. He always wants to make the play. He always wants to throw the ball. But sometimes you the Tom Brady, you don't see nothing open, you throw it to the ground.
Yep.
You know, that's the only problem. But if the Jaguars do this, it's not gonna look good because what reasoning, what type of film have you seen to say that Minshew is Josh Rosen?
He's not.
I understand the whole Josh Rosen thing. He was trash in Arizona, even though I think in Arizona he didn't have a fair chance, but Kyler Murray's there, so I guess it happened. But he gets another chance. He gets another chance in Miami. Miami actually tried to make him the starter. Because I don't think Fitzpatrick was that bad at the beginning. And he wet the bed too. Hopefully him with Tom Brady helps him out. But I don't want the Jaguars to do that same thing. I think the person, I don't think the Jaguars are making the players, but the person the Jaguars should go out and get is either a tackle, get a tackle, so some offensive lineman, or if what's his name gets out the if he declares for the drive, I don't think he is Najee Harris. I
think he might.
So get a running back because I believe you can upgrade at receiver too. Get Jamar Chase.
I feel like the Jaguars, they want a three down back. Mm-hmm. I feel like the Jaguars. I feel like the Jaguars.
You don't think Najee Harris would be a 3-down back?
No.
In the NFL? No.
I think he's a power guy.
A power guy.
I mean, he could turn into like a Derrick Henry type thing, but I feel like he's more of like a power guy.
What about Chuba? What about Chuba? You think Chuba could be a 3-down man?
He's a power guy too.
A power guy.
Yeah, I feel like their best bet is Travis Etienne.
Right, yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Their best bet is Travis Etienne.
I think that's who they go for. No Trevor Lawrence, no Justin Fields. I think Gardner Minshew, the guy. If you keep building with Gardner Minshew, he could be.
They already got a good number one.
He'll be a map. I think Matthew Stafford is good. I don't think he's great, but I think he's good. He could be in that Matthew Stafford, Matt Ryan area. You see Matt Ryan. When Matt Ryan was fit with the right offensive guy, wins MVP.
Yeah.
Maybe Gardner Minshew might be like that.
Maybe.
So now this is gonna be the last topic for this episode. We're gonna come back with the NFC NFC outlook soon, and then we're gonna do a week one. In the week one, we're gonna have me and Andrew's predictions for who wins and loses week one. So the last thing is you gotta say who's going to the playoffs. This year is different. This year 7 teams make the playoffs. There's only one seed that has a bye. 2 to 4. Well, basically 2 to 7. They play the next week. So that one seed is even more vital. So do you want me to go first to tell the people my playoff picture for the AFC, or do you want to go first?
You go first.
All right. So I already told you guys who's gonna be number one in the AFC. Is the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots will be 12-4, number one in the AFC. I think so. I have the Chiefs number 2. The Chiefs play the Chiefs play the Patriots. I believe the Patriots also play. I believe the Patriots also played the Ravens this season. I believe so. Matter of fact, let me let me check that out right now. I had to get a budget to get a statistician. To get a statistician, yeah. So let's see. They play the Chiefs week 4. We know that for a fact.
Yeah, we know that.
And then they had the 49ers.
That's a big team.
That's a big game too. They play the Ravens November 15th. I don't think they beat the Chiefs. But book it, they beat the Ravens November 15th. They beat the Ravens, I think that's a Sunday Night Football game. They beat the Ravens Sunday Night Football. They go 12-4. The Chiefs go 11-5. Every game the Chiefs play will be a Super Bowl game. The Chiefs go 11-5. They finish second. I have the Ravens 11-5 as well. The Ravens are going to play the Chiefs. The Chiefs beat the Ravens, so they get the tiebreaker. 4th, I had the Tennessee Titans winning the AFC South. The Tennessee Titans will win the AFC South. So those are my division winners. The best team in the wild card will be the Texans. So the Texans will play the Titans in January for the 3-6 matchup. I have the Ravens playing the Buffalo Bills, and I think the Buffalo Bills could win that game. For 2-7, I have the Kansas City Chiefs playing my surprise team in the NFL. Forget the AFC. In the NFL, they'll be the surprise team. The Cleveland Browns will squeeze into the playoffs. I also have some honorable mentions, by the way. I think Pittsburgh could make it because I believe in Mike Tomlin. Like I said earlier before, if the Steelers could make it close, like the Steelers won. Not even a game. I think half a game out this playoffs last year. I think they lost the final game. Yeah. That's the reason why they didn't make the playoffs. But you have Ben Roethlisberger, you make the playoffs. I think with that same defense coming back, you have Minkah Fitzpatrick, T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, and others. The offense, you got James Conner, Juju coming in. With Ben Roethlisberger, I think they can make some noise. I'm all on board. If you guys wanted this, if this was a stock show, I'll tell you to invest your money in the Denver Broncos, because the Denver Broncos, they're gonna make things interesting. I'm telling you guys, they're gonna make things interesting. And I think the Chargers. I love Anthony Lynn. Anthony Lynn, I haven't done my episode on the Hard Knocks review, but Anthony Lynn, he said the most pivotal thing for this NFL season. The way you handle COVID-19, as far as team wise and individual wise, is how you will win games. How you will win the Super Bowl in the end. He has all the money. He has guys. I think I'm getting on the bandwagon, on the Tyrod Taylor bandwagon again. I don't know. Keenan Allen's there. Austin Eckler's there. You have Justin Jackson there. The defense is pretty good. They did have a big blow in Derwin James, but I think Anthony Lynn will have those guys there, ready to play, and they will make the conversation close. They will make everything spicy in the AFC. But my 7 teams for this year: the Patriots, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Titans, the Texans, the Bills, and the Browns all make the playoffs. Now for you, Andy.
All right. So, my 7 teams. I'm just going to go straight down, then I'm going to explain why after. All right. Number 1, I have the Chiefs. Number 2, Ravens. 3, Bills. 4, Texans. 5, Titans. 6, Broncos. And 7th, Browns. Alright. So, you guys know why I have the Bills. I feel like they're the best team in the AFC East. AFC East. And let me talk about the Texans, because me and you had this like reversed, kind of, because I had the Texans ahead of the Titans, because I just feel like the Texans just have like a better offense. And I may be biased.
I feel like the DeAndre Hopkins thing is.
I don't feel like tough. I don't feel like it's that big, because they have Will Fuller, and they have Kenny Stills.
Yeah.
So those are two good. Those guys can be number 1 guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I just personally feel like. And then you added Brandon Cooks. You added the basketball player Darren Fells. I think they're good, but I don't think they're as dominant as what AJ Brown, Corey Davis, Jonnu Smith, Derrick Henry.
I just feel like I said, like, you can't win with an average quarterback, man.
Yeah, that's true. I'll have Deshaun Watson over Ryan Tannehill any day.
Yeah. Man, and he just got his money too.
That's true.
They may win on Thursday. Shoot. That may be an upset.
Tough.
That may be an upset.
That's tough, and that's for the next episode.
That may be the upset, but shoot, I don't know. I just feel like the Texans are just like overall. I just feel like they're overall better winners than like Deshaun Watson.
I see what you mean with Deshaun Watson, but Bill O'Brien, he is not a winner. I think Deshaun Watson wins despite of Bill O'Brien's play calling and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like Bill O'Brien, he's just like not in like he wants to be the leader.
That's true.
He wants to be. He feels like these guys are like 20, 19 years old. He wants to be like a Nick Saban. Mm-hmm. But he can't be a Nick Saban. He can't.
That's
he
true.
just can't.
I agree
these are grown men. These guys gotta feed their families. These guys, true. like if you don't win, you don't get paid.
That's true. You're right about that.
Don't win, you don't get paid. Now. And then I had the Browns. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like the Browns are gonna be a surprise team. I feel like my surprise team would be the Broncos, but that's not my surprise team.
So you had the Broncos making the playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's big. That's bold.
Yeah. I don't feel like any other team in the West is as good as them. Even though like you respect Anthony Lynn, John Gruden, I just don't feel like I feel like those teams aren't better than the Broncos. And I love Tyrod. I love Tyrod.
I see that.
I just don't feel like, especially Doran James.
Mm-hmm.
Just got injured.
Yeah. I
really big part of their defense.
I think the Broncos. I think the Broncos are more of a complete team than the Raiders and the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the youth factor messes them up.
I get it. I can see I can see that, but I just feel like.
And also, there could be a disconnect because you had the coach in Vic Fangio.
Mm-hmm.
He's an older guy, like real old. I think he's like 60 something.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have maybe like a Sean McVay on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could come together more. But you have like a Vic Fangio. He's also being like a father figure, because all the star players are young. Yeah. Besides Von Miller.
I just feel like I've seen Drew Lock in Mizzou.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Drew Lock, man. He just needed that. He just needed like that team to be. He just needed Mizzou to be like good. He just needed them to recruit better players.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't let like their staff just let freaking Alabama, LSU, Georgia take all their guys.
That's true. That's true.
If you put them in like if you take Joe Burrow and replace him with Drew Lock, same thing happens.
To LSU.
Yeah, same thing happens.
Okay. And then okay. So I guess this right here will basically end the episode. Who are your AFC offensive rookie of the year? If you have an AFC defensive rookie of the year, say it. And then who do you have?
AFC.
Who do you have as AFC? Which team should people go out and watch in the AFC?
AFC. All right. So the team to watch, obviously, the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the Chiefs, but rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. Shoot. Let me think. I think it could either be. Oh, damn, this is tough, man. I got like 3 names in my head right now. Well, 4 actually.
Okay, yeah, we put them out.
So I got Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
I got Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, or Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor, really?
Yeah.
I feel like you think the coach is gonna run that thing?
Yeah, I feel like Phillip Rivers, he's like a go for broke guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Phillip Rivers, he was best with like LaDainian Tomlinson.
Mm-hmm.
He like that's like prime Phillip Rivers. So if you like let them run the ball, eat at you, and then you can hit over the top at their new receiver, Pittman. But I feel like he's gonna Jonathan Taylor, he's gonna have a big year because he's used to being a high production guy. He's effective in the passing game. He obviously can run it. He can obviously run the ball. I just feel like he's like he's gonna be top dog. He's gonna be in the conversation with J.K. Dobbins, Zeke, Saquon.
I don't know. I feel like the biggest thing going like against him is how many like his body's aren't fresh. Because he I think throughout his college career he had like over 400 carries. Mm-hmm. So he has a worn down body at the moment. Mm-hmm. It's not like someone like you could say like J.K. Dobbins. He was in a 3 running back system.
Yeah, I mean, but like J.K. Dobbins, he was a high production guy at Ohio State, but like I just feel like they used him differently than they do Jonathan Taylor, because Jonathan Taylor, he has like that Saquon effect. Like I mean, he's not like Saquon obviously, but he has that Saquon effect that like he can run in between the tackles and he can beat you outside.
Okay, I see. Well, for me, I think Joe Burrow definitely wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think a defensive rookie has to be a corner. So
defensive rookie of the year, I didn't say that.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Damian Arnett gets the most interceptions among rookies in the NFL. Damian Arnett.
I like that pick, but I don't think so.
Who do you think? Like a Patrick Queen? I don't even know what team he's on.
Man,
so as you're thinking, I'm gonna tell you guys, if you guys get the NFL Sunday ticket, there's no promotion, alright? Because I ain't getting paid from NFL ticket. But if you guys have the NFL ticket and you guys want to, if you don't have a team to root for and you're just like trying to look for a team to go after in the AFC, personally, I'll pick the Giants. I'll tell you guys to go out and pick the Giants. However, in the AFC, if you want to go AFC and you want to have your popcorn ready for basically like entertainment value or whatnot, I think the team you need to focus on, you need to watch in the AFC will be the Houston Texans. Want to know why? The Houston Texans will have spurts of greatness. They'll probably be the best team in the NFL. They'll have spurts of, whoa, this is the worst team in the NFL. Bill O'Brien, like I said, I'm not a fan of him. He's gonna put his foot in his mouth the same way he did to DeAndre Hopkins. Deshaun Watson he's a must watch. Deshaun Watson is a must watch. The defense, I'm still confused about what the hell Romeo Crennel did week 1, having a prevent defense when the Saints needed the 3 points. So there's stuff in that. I believe the Houston Texans will be the most interesting team in the NFL, in the AFC. I don't think they're going to be the most interesting in the NFL. I also think the Denver Broncos, I'm big on the Denver Broncos. And the Cleveland Browns. Odell Beckham will be a top 5 receiver this year. Odell Beckham Jr. He won't be. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. He's in Cleveland. That's all I'm gonna say. If you guys know what's going on out there right now, the story that he's a part of, I'm just gonna leave it at that. He's in Cleveland.
All right. So I got my pick now. My defensive rookie of the year, AJ Esperanza. I don't know how to say his last name, but he's gonna be like. He's good enough to be like another, like his skill set is to be like another J.J. Watt.
Whoa.
Or
that's big. That's big, Andrew.
Hold on. I wanna backtrack on that. I wanna say another Michael Bennett.
Okay.
Another Michael Bennett. He's good enough to be like Michael Bennett.
Okay.
And he's on the Bills, and I'm pretty sure their head coach is a defensive guy. So he's their guy now. He's their guy on defense.
Not bad. Well, anything else you want to say before the next episode? Anything else?
Kyler Murray.
Okay. Well, guys.
MVP.
That's going on to the next episode. So if you want to see what the hell he's talking about, tune in to the NFC edition of the Corner Store. I guess we'll be back. Well, I'm not gonna say this is whatever. This is it. We'll be back with another episode. This is Gerald Cadet,
Andrew Cadet, and
what do you gotta say?
And we're out, man.
And we're out,
Simple.
Man. We're out. Simple.